Hi YouTube, welcome to Beauty in the Empty Nest, and Bailey's here and Riley's here. They're extremely excited today because I am going to go through the products that I recently got during the Sephora VIB Rouge 20% off sale. So it is officially a Sephora haul for me. Keep watching if you want to see. Okay, so I hope you're ready to go through this. I felt like I had tons and tons of products. And then when because I got them in different shipments, because I did one of those things, necessities first, then added on a few extra things. So I actually had a series of like 3 boxes that arrived, all with very small amounts of products in them. However, there's some that I'm really excited about, and then there's 1 or 2 that I'm maybe a little disappointed about. I will share those as I go along. The one I'm going to start with first is simply because I have another product here that the dogs keep trying to kind of chew on a little bit. I'll show you in a minute. So I want to get that up and out of their reach very soon. So one of the first things that I got, and if you're not familiar with VIB Rouge, they do have, it's like a 3-day window, I think, where you get 20% off everything, which is one of those times to really take advantage of getting a product that maybe you've never had before, that you think you might really like, but is kind of pricey, or to stock up on products that you use pretty consistently throughout the year. 20% off really adds up, especially when there's not typically sales attached to a lot of our high-end beauty products. So I kind of took that approach. I got a few things that were kind of the things I know I use consistently, and then I took a few kind of extra little risks and splurges on things that I wasn't sure if I would like or not. So to start off with, and this is the one I want to get out of the way because I'll show you in a minute what the dogs are really excited about, and they're both at my side right now. I have, over time, been really fond of this Cinema, I think that's how you say it, Scent, the makeup brush cleanser. I keep this right on my vanity by all my brushes, and the idea is that you spritz it on, rub it off on a towel right away, and it's dry and it's ready for use. What I've been trying to be really good about is that every time after I use a brush that I may mix different colors with, so my eyeshadow brushes, any blush or bronzers that I don't use the consistent same one all the time, or just if I know at least once a week I want to make sure I do cleanse them. I've been keeping this, I spray it on, I have a little washcloth I keep on my lap, rub it off there. I really like the smell. It's not very, it is maybe a little intense, but it does dissipate, but it does a fantastic job of cleaning the brushes. So I feel like if I'm able to keep up on that and doing that almost daily, then my weekly brush cleansing routine that I do is not as tough as it used to be. So anyway, I started with a little trial, which is really very inexpensive. It's like $8 for this. Absolutely loved it. So I decided, okay, I like keeping this small bottle, but I wanted to go ahead and get the big bottle. So the big bottle looks like this, and it comes in here, and it actually is a starter set. So it not only comes with the big bottle, and you'll see it's already half used because I had to refill this container. So it has the bigger bottle, which was full when I got it. But then it also comes with this kind of interesting little tin. The idea here is that you're supposed to put some of the oil here and push your brush in here for really intense soaking. I have to say I did that, like with a foundation brush. It was amazing the stuff I got off there. Now it did use quite a bit of the product, so I would never do it on a daily basis, but maybe those really intense ones, especially with things like the foundation or more creamy or liquidy based kind of brushes. I mean, this got stuff off of it that unbelievable. So I was really kind of disgusted and shocked and happy at the same time. So this is kind of a nifty little container to be able to use for it, and it really was a good size for most of my brushes. So what I did purchase then was this that came with this, with the idea that I really wasn't planning to use it this way. It's just to refill this little baby one that I keep at on my vanity. Okay, so what I also use, and this is the other thing, and I did not get this product from Sephora, but I wanted to show you because I don't remember whose video, and I'll try and find it so I can link below. I'm always looking for different products to be able to clean, like my beauty blenders, and I love the Real Techniques complexion sponge as well. And usually just regular face soap doesn't really get it really clean. These cleansers don't always really do what I want with it. So I had found another soap that I was using, and it was, I'll leave that down below. But more recently I found another one which is really been amazing. It's actually a laundry soap, and it's Zote pink soap. It's a huge, huge soap bar, and it looks like this. So it's got a little texture to it, and it's like 97 cents. I got it at Walmart. When I looked quickly, you could also get it at like Lowe's Home Supplies, also at Home Depot, but Walmart had it. Again, really inexpensive. You see, they like the smell of this. This is why I had this sitting on the bed next to me, and they've been licking the soap, which I know is not good for them, so I had to get it up and out of the way. But I want to share this, and I will try and find the video that I learned about this to link below, because this has done amazing things for my beauty blenders. It has gotten, you know, those stains that you know it's clean, but you really can't get the stains out. This has lifted almost all of the stains out of my pink beauty blenders. And even my Real Techniques, the kind of orangey kind of sponge. This has been amazing. I am so thrilled to be able to have found this. So I kind of keep it wrapped in this. This was a suggestion of the person that I learned about this from, because it is a kind of a plasticky wrapper here. But fantastic. I did not get this at Sephora, but these two together are fantastic. So I wanted to just add that in there. Just a little tidbit. Okay, so now I got the soap out of the way. The dog shouldn't be bothering that anymore. I want to move on to the next couple things. So one of the next things was kind of a splurge, and I wasn't sure if I was going to like it because I wasn't seeing it in person, and I wasn't going to be able to get to the Sephora store to see it in person first. However, I was going on reputation as well, and that was this Tarte High Performance Naturals makeup brush set. So it retails for $44, and you get 5 different brushes with it, and it comes in this gorgeous little case. And I love this case. It's a little zipper case with all these sequins. Okay, beautiful case. Open it up, and these are the brushes that come with it. Okay, here they are. They're beautiful. They are just wonderful. So this first one here, I have used them all, so I can say how I've liked them or not. So I love Tarte brushes. I've used a couple before, and I've always really liked them, which is kind of why I thought, okay. But I went into this needing some very specific brushes. Specifically, I wanted another bronzer blush. I wanted another kind of one to use nicely for some highlighter, and I want some more eyeshadow brushes. So this seemed to fit what I was looking for. Anyway, this makeup brush for liquid, gorgeous, wonderful. It applied my foundation that I like to apply with a brush. My Laura Mercier is the one I really like. I like applying it all of them with beauty blenders, but sometimes I like the brush as well. My Laura Mercier Smooth Finish Fluid one works beautifully. This brush was fantastic, almost better than my Morphe one that I have. So the next brush to talk about is this one. This one is kind of like that dual fiber look. And what it really, I think, would work the best with is if you were using powder or mineral-based foundations. I don't really use any of those. So I was trying to find the next best thing that this would work for, because it's a beautiful brush. But like this one here, it's very dense, but it's also got that softness and the curved edges. Loved it for foundation. This one, same kind of thing you would expect. It's got a little density, but then the top part, so it really would be perfect for any kind of powder or mineral-based foundation. I don't use that, so I was trying to figure out what I could use this for. I've tried using it just for general face powder. It didn't work well. I tried it with for like one of the main things I was hoping it would work for was for bronzer. It was too densely packed for that. For blush, I really didn't need another blush brush. I have a couple nice ones that I really like. So then I started getting like, okay, I don't really have a good use for this, but it's a very nice brush. Then I saw this one, which is really cool. It's so soft though, and it's very, you see the flexibility, I'm barely touching it. I thought this was gonna be perfect for highlighter or maybe blush, but I was really looking at this for the highlighter, which is one of the things I needed. I actually really did like this for the highlighter, but not quite enough, because it didn't have the control I wanted. And for me in particular, I really need to control where I put highlighter, because it so easily can spread and drift and get under my eyes, and that's a really hot mess. So beautiful brush. It did not work for what I was hoping for. Eyeshadow brush. So I was looking for a couple eyeshadow brushes. This one, I like the bushier kind of ones. This one kind of is more flat. This is perfect for just laying some colors and a slight blending, but it's still a little bit too thick and it's a little bit narrow. So nice brush, not what I was looking for, unfortunately. And finally, the last one, this one was really cool. It's actually, I'll put it next to the eyeshadow brush so you can see it's much bigger. It's angled and it's very dense. So my thought, this is perfect for blending and first applying that kind of lighter kind of color or transition color on your eyes. This was fantastic for that. Oh my gosh, I loved it for that. For applying that and then for blending, this was divine. So out of these are fantastic brushes. I highly recommend them. They, unfortunately, only 2 of them meet the needs, and I really didn't necessarily need this brush because I have a Morphe one that I really liked. So out of these, really only one fits the needs for what I have right now. So unfortunately, I'm kind of still going back and forth on, I mean, I love the little container, and really 20% off, the $44 was fantastic for getting all these brushes. However, I have a feeling I might end up having to return them simply because they don't meet the needs that I have. And they're really just gonna be sitting then looking pretty on my vanity, which I really don't want to be doing at this point. So I am seriously going through the decision process as to whether I will be keeping that. Okay, sorry, I just found out that my card was full as I was filming. So anyway, what I was talking about is I'm still trying to go through the decision process of whether I can really justify keeping these when really there's only one brush from the whole set that I really need. I love all of them, but so I have to go through that decision process in the next day or so. So what else did I get? Okay, I also stocked up on some essentials. So one of my favorite foundations is this Laura Mercier, the Smooth Finish Flawless. So it looks like this. Love this foundation. I have it and wear it in ecru. So beautiful, wonderful foundation. This is the one that you have to shake like this. So stocked up on this. I'm not sure. The one problem with this foundation is that you never quite know when you're running out because you can't see it and you just kind of go by the weight of it. So I always like to have one ready for when I do run out. One of my favorite foundations, along with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. Okay, so what else did I get? Just because I'm loving these powders. Hourglass bronzer. I know you're getting a lot of reflection there. This is the one in Radiant Bronze Light. So this is the one that is not in the Edit palette. So this is supposed to be the slightly darker. I really don't notice it as necessarily being slightly darker, but love this bronzer. It's kind of one of those where I feel like you can't make a mistake with it because it's very hard, at least for my skin and the way I'm applying it, it's very hard to overdo it. I'm not wearing it today. I was playing around with another one that I'm not as thrilled with, but anyway, so I had to get another one of these. So this, again, this is the other one that's not in the Edit palette. They have 2 right now. Okay, so other skincare products. Oh, actually one other one. Smashbox Primer Water. I got a full-size one of these. I honestly am not really thrilled with the primer water. I thought I would. I had a sample of it that from a long time ago. I mean, a long time ago, that was sitting, and I pulled it out and just started using it again and really liked it. And then I got the full size. It doesn't seem the same. So I don't know whether the sample I had has changed a little bit in formulation or because it's been sitting there. The idea of what I wanted to use it for was as a primer, and then also kind of as a setting spray to help kind of do like what I do either with my MAC Fix Plus or with the Urban Decay All Nighter. I love that setting spray. However, I still feel like I do need to use a primer. So I am not 100% sure I'm going to be keeping this either. It doesn't seem to fully justify what I needed on it, and unfortunately I got the full size. But you know. Now the next products I already know I love because I've gone through samples of them. So I'll actually, at least the big full size. One of the new skincare products that I've been loving, and I've actually been sampling it for the past 6 to 8 weeks. I had little samples from Sephora that they were wonderful and you don't use very much about it. And that is the Nude Face Oil. The actual title of this is, and it's got a really long name. So the full title of this is the Nude Pro-Generous Omega Treatment. So this is what the box looks like that it comes in. It's It's really cute and pretty, and it's like got this double kind of box here for it to come out on. This is what the full size looks like. This is not, it's expensive, but it's not outrageously expensive like the, what is that blue one, the Laura Riley one, Sunday? I don't know. It's a blue one, which personally for me never really did much. This has been really wonderful. You only use 2 to 3 drops and you just kind of press it all over your face. I only use it at night. They suggest you can use it instead of moisturizer. I still do apply moisturizer, but you apply this first so that you're going from lightest products to heaviest products. So I apply this, let it sit, and then I put my moisturizer on. If I'm using my Retin-A, I do my Retin-A, or my Retin-A, I use my Retin-A, then I use this, and then I wait a little bit and put moisturizer on. I have really seen some real noticeable differences in my skin using this. And I did where I did for a couple weeks, then stopped using it, and then went back. So I kind of did a little controlled experiment there, looking at withdrawing my treatment of this oil and then putting it back in there. And I really know the first thing you notice is my skin feels much softer, which, okay, that's wonderful, but you know, do you need a product just to make your skin feel softer? What I've also noticed is that it stays moisturized better, and I really have started noticing some real differences in some of the finer lines that I have as well too. And I don't know if that's necessarily something it's supposed to do. It also has all the great things in it with all the vitamin C's and all the so this is a great product also to have for your skin. So I use this in place of any kind of other serum, and I just use it at night. You can use it in the morning as well too. My only thing is that the dropper that it comes with really lets a lot out at once. So you have to be very, I mean, I literally, because to me this is like gold, that I will put it and drop it and have it all over my hand. So anything that falls on my hand, I can instantly apply. So this was the bigger bottle. I have tried traveling before with this, and it's a nightmare, just any kind of oil. So I decided that I wanted to go ahead and get more of the travel size for it. And I was very, very happy when I saw that they came out with this triple skin rescue, also by Nude. So what this has is a nice travel size of the oil so that you can just keep refilling. So I'll show you what that looks like. So this, perfect. And I have to tell you, the samples, this is probably in itself will last so long, because the samples I got from Sephora were just like 2 or 3 of those little things that they give you, and they lasted a long time. So a nice little one. So this compared to this. So perfect for traveling, or if you just want to keep a smaller bottle on your vanity. It also comes with their cleansing jelly, which I have used just 2 nights now, and it's very interesting. You apply it on dry skin, and then you put water on it, and then it turns into kind of a foam, and you activate it, and you can even use it on your eyes to remove eye makeup. It did leave a little bit of a funny kind of feeling on my eye. Actually, like when I opened my eyes, they felt a little blurry, so I might not fully do that part. However, use it for eye makeup, but not really for mascara. But it did a really nice job cleansing my skin. So whether I would buy a full size or not, I'm not sure, but this is also a nice size for travel. It also comes with an exfoliating thing. It's called the Brightening Fizzy Powder Wash. I have not used this yet, but from what I've read, and this one actually comes with these little envelopes, so 10 envelopes. And I'm assuming that an envelope is for 1 application. But what I have read about doing this is it's a powder, and you put it on, then you activate it with the water, and it's supposed to kind of exfoliate. You're not supposed to use it every day, every 2 to 3 days. So one of my things too is when I'm traveling, I don't always like to bring my Clarisonic with me for various reasons. Sometimes it's still wet, it just takes up your space, for various reasons, but I hate not being able to exfoliate my skin as well too. So my hope is that these will work well. And it's a powder, which is always nice when you're traveling and trying to go through security. So I was very excited about getting these and that. So I think that wraps up. It does. I look back here, I don't see anything else except that unless the dogs run off with something. So that wraps up my Sephora VIB Rouge 20% off discount haul. Some things I'm very happy and very excited about. I kind of wish now I had gone back and actually gotten, instead of getting the Smashbox primer, gone back and gotten some of the travel sizes of the Hourglass Mineral Veil primer, because I love that, and what a great opportunity to get the discount. However, I really thought this was, because I'd used the travel, that this was going to be great. I love these brushes. I just don't know whether the splurge is going to keep there. And I love that I was able to also get some of my staples that I typically use on an on-day, everyday, or very close to everyday basis. So if you've received some of these, let me know. If you have any other suggestions, recommendations, I guess now I'll start creating my next list for the next time that they have one of those discount sales, but 20% was phenomenal. So so as always, give me a thumbs up, and also please subscribe so we continue to build this kind of community, and the conversations between all of you are also increasing, which is really fun to be able to see. So until next time, goodbye YouTube.